But no, thank you. No more thank you. No more game. No more game. So what I just want to say is, as usual, we are exactly ourselves. We are exactly ourselves. But unfortunately, we don't know much about who we are. This is a whole problem. We are exactly ourselves. But unfortunately, we don't know much about who we are. Although we are exactly acting. We are exactly acting as we are. But people don't know much about who we are. See? This is a whole problem. The Shakyamuni Buddha, who just realized who we are. Shakyamuni Buddha is the first person to realize who we are. What we are doing is exactly our activity, nothing else. But this activity, or this acting, we are just acting without what we are thinking about the self. What we are thinking about the self. There is not what activity is nothing concerned with what we are thinking about, what thinking of the self. This is a whole problem. See, we have to realize. We have to realize this reality. We have to realize this reality. Once you just realize this, you will be completely satisfied with yourself. You feel great ease without any trouble. You feel great ease. See? This is Zazen. Then today's text is what the Jinen Roshi teach us is today's where is it? Number. Let me see. Where is it? 52. Yes, this one. Number 51. Continually, the Jinen just mentioned about unconditional reality. See, as I always mention about, when I face this, without any condition, simply I just face this. I just become, or I am just exactly what it is, as it is. See? This is our true self. See? Without doing anything, doing anything, I simply what I face. See? There is no separation. There is no separation between this and this. This and this. See? This is very strange, wondrous things. See? I don't do anything, but simply I just become what I face. See? Why do I have to become what I face? Why do I have to be? Why do I have to be what I face without doing them, without it? See, this is a situation. This is a state of unconditional reality. This is the state or circumstance of the whatever you say. And this is our circumstances or the state of unconditional reality, unconditional reality. And these things, this reality, this fact, we have to realize. We have to realize. Otherwise, we have a lot of the question, trouble, the problem. See, once you just realize this, what people thinking about the problem and question, trouble, gone away. That's much we are just living in the complete, the peaceful, the reality. We are living right now. Right now we are living completely in a completely peaceful the reality. Right. That is our true self. So we have to just realize this. Then today's text is number 51, unconditional reality or unconditional although we are just living, as I just mentioned before, although we are just living in unconditional reality, but when I say, see, you have to do everything with unconditional. When I say so, people just say, "Oh, it's impossible. We can do it. We cannot do it." So people just want to just put any condition, but it's not necessary to put any condition. Whatever you're just doing, simply just do it without any condition. When I say so, people, "Oh, that's impossible." But that's much, we don't know much about true ourselves now. That's much, we don't know much about truth. Our true self, our true activity or action is completely without any condition. Nothing concerns with the condition itself. We are doing. See, every moment, every time, every moment, we are just doing without any condition. See, when I say this, see, simply I just become what I face too, without any condition. Without any condition. Well, in another word, without any reason. Without any reason, I just simply become what I faced. Very understandable. Very understandable. Yeah, that is our the daily activity. See, none of others, but these activities, without any condition, without any reason, we are just simply acting. You see, every action, every activity is without nothing concerned with the reason or condition. See? Because what you're thinking about the self or ego never intervene or never enter. What we never enter the things that are going on right now. When I face this, I simply just become this. What you think about the ego or the self never intervene between this and this. See, if what you think about the self or the ego just intervene this this kind of activity never happen, never happen, never happen. Because without intervention or intervention of what you think about the ego or self, then simply just become what I face right now. This activity. See? So what you think about the self or ego never exists. See? What people think about the ego, self, we have to take care of, we have to just throw away that kind of ego or self. It's not necessary because ego or the self never exists. See, when thinking a thought of ego or self just come out in your mind, then what do you think about the ego or the self just arise in your mind? That's it. That's it. Before that kind of thinking was also come out, or after that kind of ego or self gone away. You see, never kind of ego or the self exists. Only thinking of a thought of ego or thought just come out in your mind. That's the moment. Only that moment. The ego or the self just you feel like a kind of ego or that the self exists. That's it. When I many times I just mentioned about when I just clap my hand, you just become this sound itself directly without any intervention of this self or ego. See? In other words, what you think about the ego or the self never exists. See? When I just clap my hand, it simply just become this sound itself. Although when you just hear this sound, in a sense, when I hear this sound, see, you never realize this sound. You never be able to realize this sound because you just become this sound itself. See, so sounds. See, you just become you are this sound itself, so that you never realize this sound. See, because itself never be able to be realized because of itself. See, oneness. Then you realize this. Then kind of a sound, that kind of sound come up in your mind, and then you just put the eye, the things are the hearing. See, then you just I heard that sound. I heard that sound. That's later. That things just come out later. You see, before realize this sound, see, you never be able to realize this sound because you and sound become one. See, become one. So, see, you never be able to just realize this sound because sound and yourselves oneness. You become one. You never be able to just realize this sound. Then almost same time you just realize recognize this sound in your thinking, then I have this sound. That's later. Before you recognize this sound, see this sound. I never been put. See, never. Just sound itself. Sound itself. Sound itself. See? Then you recognize sound. Then you just recognize. Then you just put. Then you're thinking just put. I heard the sound. That's later. See, before recognition. I never exist. I never exist. Only sound. Only sound. Only sound. Just a kind of activity. See? Sound, hearing. That's kind of activity, hearing. Because you just become this sound itself, oneness. So you never be able to just realize oneness in your thinking or in your concept. See? Then you realize this reality. Then when you just realize this and this are completely divided by thinking. And then you can recognize this. And also you just recognize this. That is a late. That is another truth. Truth is the reality. Fact is no different, no distinguish between this and this. Exactly same oneness as it is. Should never be deceived. You see, that's this kind of this was the action so quickly, so swiftly just happened. So what I'm saying is, before you recognize this, as I just mentioned, there is no separation. There is no separation between this and this because of oneness. Then you recognize this, then kind of a discretion or separation just they arise, and then you recognize this. Then also you recognize almost the same time you recognize this. But this is not a truth. This is not a truth. This is a creation. This is a delusion. This is a creation of thinking. This is not a truth. Truth is, reality is oneness. No separation between this and this. This is a very important thing. What just Shakyamuni realizes this reality, this fact. There is no separation. There is no separation between this and this. There is no separation. So when I face this, when I face this, I just become this. When I face this, I just become this. This is changing. This changing is our true self. What's that? People never be able to understand. See what I just mentioned about what Shakyamuni Buddha realized. You see, that is a totally, entirely different from what we're thinking about the self. Right? That's the reason you have to do zazen in order to realize who you are. Otherwise, it's impossible to realize through yourself. Only zazen. Okay. Being unconditioned, it is not do. Can I be? Can I not be? what should I do? This is expression or explanation, but doesn't matter. What it says is, although we are completely accept everything, but everything as I face, without any condition, without any reason. This is our true self. When I face this, I simply become this. In another word, what we thinking about the self accept the things as I said, I face without any condition, any self, simply just become as it is. So there is nothing concerned with what we thinking about the self or ego. See, nothing concerned. Then you recognize that, recognize this or recognize that. Then kind of ego, other kind of thinking or thought of ego or self just come out, arise in your mind. That is not a truth. That is later happen. That is not a truth. But the reality or truth is without what you think about self, we just acting. We are simply acting without what you think about self or ego. Every action, every activity without the self ego. So there is no problem at all, because no intervention of the ego or self. Simply we just act without the ego or self. Very simple. No trouble, no problem at all. Although it's a very simple, perfect, complete activity or action, you have to just realize. You have to realize this truth. Even you just understand this reality in concept, no use at all. Nothing you can do it, or you can do anything. Once you realize this fact, then you'll be able to just make your use of any thinking or thought. See, you just completely just understand what's thinking or thought. What's thinking or thought is nothing concerned with what the people thinking or thought. Totally different. Totally different. Thinking or thought just come out without any reason. Without any reason, just come out. Just like the bubble in the river, in the river, just come out without any reason. That's why you have to take it over that sort of thinking also coming up in your mind without any reason. No use. See, you just simply just throw away as it is. Throw away the thinking of thought as there. This is enough. Our activity or action, nothing concerned with thinking of thought. That's the reason even we just wanna just have a trouble question problem. It's impossible. It's impossible to see, because our activity or action is nothing concerned with thinking or thought. That's much our existence our true self-existence is a complete and universal. That's what Zen Master Dogen mentioned. See, as Zen Master Dogen mentions, our existence is a complete and universal, complete and universal. And although our true self is a complete and universal, but even as I just mentioned about, even you just understand that in your concept, that is no use. That is no use. See, once you become discern, once you just become discern, this one is there is no separation. There is no separation between this and this. See, that is a oneness. See, then you'll be able to realize who you are, because see, there is nothing concerned. There is nothing concerned what you think about self or ego. No intervention of the ego and the self. See? Then you'll be able to realize, this is our truly other self. You see, once you just forget about everything, the most difficult to just forget is the most difficult to forget about is what you think about yourself. But before I just mentioned about what you thinking about yourself is just creation of thinking. So see, before you just recognize the things, as I just already mentioned about what you thinking about the self or the ego never exists. See, that's kind of a thinking just come up. Thinking about the self, ego just come out in your mind. At that time, you just recognize the self. At that time, you just recognize the self. That's it. Before that kind of thinking or thought arise in your mind. Yeah, what you think about the ego self never exists. Never exists. This is a very important thing. Okay. So, yes. You want to say something. You want to say something. If that feeling comes first, you will end up neglecting your practice. But this is how we have to just practice zazen. See, so if you just realize who you are, if you sincerely want to realize who you are, so you never care much about what's going on everywhere, everybody. This sincerely is just focus. This focus what you are facing. Otherwise, you never be able to realize the reality. You never be able to just realize reality. What's going on here, or in other words, who you are. Simply, you don't care much about anything, but simply you just focus what you're facing. See, then eventually, you just become you just become this self, this one, this one, this one, oneness. There is nothing concerned with. There is oneness is nothing concerned with what you think about the self or ego. Oneness, just as it is, as it is, as it is. There is no intervention, with no intervention of what you think about the self or ego. Simply, I just become this. This is through ourself. Nothing concerned with what you think about self or the ego. In another one, there is no ego, no self at all. Very clear, very simple. So you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about anything because selflessness. Why? So you don't need to worry about anything. That's much we are completely free from everything. Basically, we are completely free from everything. See, we are in another word. We are everything itself. We are exactly everything itself. But we are completely separated from everything. We are completely separated from everything. We are exactly everything, and we are completely separate from everything. This is our true self. Nothing trouble at all. When I just become this at the same time, see, completely separate from this. When I just become this and this movement, we just completely separate from this. Nothing left at all. Always as it is. This is our true self. This is an unconditional reality. Unconditional reality. That is our true self. This true self is nothing concerned with what we thinking about the self. Totally different. That's the reason we have to realize this. Otherwise, this is only one chance. This is only one chance. When you just born as a human, because you just born as a human being, you will be able to just realize this. Because, see, we have a functional recognition. That's the reason we will be able to just realize this. See, none of others, none of other beings. See, realize this truth. Only human beings, only human will be able to just realize this. Basically, fundamentally, we don't have any trouble, question, problem at all. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. So, okay. So enlightenment. Enlightenment is without a reserve to be able to realize that you are okay as you are. For the first time, you are at the starting point of your practice. Until then, you are unclear how you really should be. So what enlightenment? What enlightenment is exactly unconventional reality. See, when I face this, simply we just become dead. See, when I just face it, I just simply just become dead. This is enlightenment. This is enlightenment. But when I say so, people, oh, what it is, what is it? See, although this activity or this action, always we just doing, we are just acting, but people never just recognize this fact, this reality, without self, without ego, we are simply just acting, just like this cat, this cat. This just moving, just acting without self. So exactly the same our activity or doing the exactly same as this cat. Nothing different at all. Nothing different at all. Although cat doesn't have any trouble or question or problem. But human being has lots of suffering, lots of trouble. Why is it? Why is it? See, this wonderful the function of the recognition. Because of this wonderful function of reality, people completely deceived by this function. Although this function never just deceived human, but only human being. Humans just are just deceived by this function. So you have to, well, we have to just see through this kind of trick. Then you'll be able to completely satisfy with present yourself. No trouble at all, no question, no problem. Very great, very great. Okay. So enlightenment is without reserve. Without reserve. So without reserve is without the condition. Without condition, we simply just become dead. We just simply just become this. We just become everything. Although we just become everything, so we just completely separate from the everything. Such a wonderful, such a wondrous the activity we are doing right now, right here. Such a wondrous, marvelous the activities. This is through ourselves, the activity or the action of through ourselves. But once you have to realize this reality, you never be able to just feel a great ease. You never be able to feel great ease. See, you have always confused. You have a kind of confusion with what's happening right now, right here. Once you just realize this, you never have any confusion at all. See? You have a great confidence. You have a completely confidence about everything. This is an enlightenment. This is enlightenment. If you just want to just this enlightenment, You see, Shakyamuni Buddha or the patriarchs just recommend us to do zazen, only zazen. You'll be able to realize this reality. See, only one occasion, one chance. See, during our life, we have to just realize this. Only these things we have to do. We have to do because what we are thinking about the self or ego is completely different from our true self. Completely different. So that's the reason we have to do it. Okay, almost finished. Almost finished. So maybe I'll be able to just meet you next at the session in December. So I have to say bye-bye for a while. So meanwhile, you may just sit. See, sitting is very easy. So only 1 square meter space is enough. And if you have a kind of round question and a kind of mat, and they put it, and simply just sit on it. See? Then whatever thinking or thought just come out in your mind. Simply just release them as they are. See, this is enough. See, continually, constantly you do. The more you just the more you can do it, the more you just become this. There is no intervention. What you think about the ego or self. See, although you can just although you can just understand what I say, what doesn't is in concept, there is no use. There is just simply do it. See, you can do it by yourself. Whatever just a question or doubts come out in your mind, please just send an email or just call them. Then you just got the kind of answer. And then you just continue. But then again, there's a say. Yeah, this kind of a continue the act, the movement you do. Then eventually you just simply just become as it is. That's the end. That's it. You'll be able to just realize basically, fundamentally, there is nothing concerned with what you're thinking about the self or ego. Hi, congratulations. So see you next time. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Hi. Thank you so much.